And here we are. And
Hello. Hello.
hello and welcome. And it's Tuesday and we're back.
Yep. We are back.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Okay, make that
Oh, and I've had a kind of a tiring week so far, and it's Tuesday.
I was just fixing to say it's Tuesday, brother.
It's only Tuesday.
I got bad news for you.
Ah,
I got some real bad news for you.
yeah, we got a few days left here. Oh well, I'll make it. We'll make it. We'll make it.
Is it crunch time for grades or something?
No, well, yeah, it's kind of, but everybody's out of gas. And even though we've had all these breaks, we're just like, oh my god, just let this year end. And then, of course, Christmas break will go for 2 weeks, and then we'll be all energized. It's kind of weird how that works out every year. It kind of works in that cycle where everything is like you're full on. All right, we're going to get to Christmas. It's kind of a momentum sport. School.
I'll be working. I'll be working through all that because I'm out of PTO. So.
Well, you should be. Well, if you work through the holidays, don't you? They pay you more.
Don't know.
I guess I don't know. I wonder what they would consider to be a holiday.
Let's see who we got here. Eat More Possum got here first, followed by Yellow Rose Lee. We got our Texas Art Strong guy, Michael.
Hey, Lee. Congratulations, Lee.
On what?
He's married.
He did?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I got from that post on Facebook. Freshly married, yeah. So, congratulations. I just happened to see it. It surprised me, so I'm like, hey. I said, I'm so surprised, and I'm like, all right, good for you, Lee. Do it. You can only live once, So good. We're glad for you. Let's see. Not me, the older Lee. Oh, it's a hey. Let's see. Sunrise got to here. Are you okay? Okay, here we got to ask right now. We got to ask if possibly there could be somebody lurking in the background.
Somebody could be lurking in the background.
Yeah, that's not saying that they're here, but usually shows up at the very end. We're trying to shoo him out.
Okay, well, let's catch the other folks here real quick. Waypoint is here. Lee McCready is here. Sunrise is here. Don't worry, Sunrise. You'll get yours later. And I think that's it. Yeah, it's not Lee McCready. It's Yellow Rose Tron that got hitched.
Oh, Yellow Rose? All right. The other Lee.
The other Lee.
Yeah. Ah. Well, there you go.
Now Lee can put that bumper sticker back on his car. Driver carries no cash. He's married.
We could only wish that upon every one of you guys here. So we're all in the same boat.
So
I've had a lot of people, stressing over drone buying. They've been just like, oh my gosh, this or that, and $50 here and $50 there. And I'm like, it's not a hard decision, guys. It really isn't.
Well, funny you should bring that up because I was actually thumping through Facebook a little bit earlier, and a guy new to the hobby goes like, okay, bought a Mini 4 Pro. What do I need to do? Do I need to register? And, you know, right away, 5 people come on and say, yeah, don't need to register. Don't worry about anything else. Just fly. And I jump in and I say, well, you still need your trust certificate.
Yeah, why not? Go ahead. It's not, guys, it's not that hard to do all this stuff. It's really,
Dude, I got my shit jumped. You don't need no trust. And the guy that jumped me actually changed his response before I could reply to it.
yeah.
And even the 107 folks, if you fly recreational, you still have to have that trust certificate in your pocket. So you got to have both certificates in your pocket, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm a there's a lot of intellectuals out there. That's one for sure, and that's for sure. All I can say to the intellectual crowd is keep your shit to yourself.
Yeah, we got smart asses. There's Chris. Oh no, Sunrise, of course.
I mean, obviously, there's nobody that's perfect, so I'm not preaching to anybody. But what I'm sick of is the idiot that has no idea about the altitude issue, and they keep making incorrect altitude quotes, and I get to read those 1,000 of them. They have no freaking clue about what you can and can't do. Obviously, flying far is questionable, but altitude is easily definable, and people are just stupid. And I'm sick of stupid people telling me stupid things about my stupid flying and making stupid themselves like Elon Musk says.
I have the perfect solution for you. I think I got a 16 penny nail back there somewhere. Next time I see you, just get your certificates. I'll affix them to you permanently. You will never have that problem. You're welcome.
What if you don't have a pocket for the certificates?
Yeah. 16 penny nail will solve that problem.
The other thing I love about drones is I can go out and fly, and most of the time, 90% of the time, nobody bugs me. So that's the one thing I like about it.
Till Karen finds you.
Well, no, Karen can find me now because we have I've got it plugged in. I'm trying to unplug it. Ugh. There's that remote ID module. So right there.
The module, the holy stone.
Yeah. So I got to get my video done so we can give our prizes out. I just got to get it done, and we'll get our prizes out. But it shouldn't take me but a minute to do the video. There's not a lot to say. Here's the remote ID module. Okay. Do you want to see how much it weighs? All right. I'm going to do it right now. Here we go. Here's the video.
Go do it right now.
So here we go.
Yeah, I'll make you big so you can do the whole drum rolling thing.
Should I? Yeah, here we go. Let's go. I'm going to have to do this over, but let me do this. Let me just put this camera on here. Oops. Let's not do that. Let's do this. Let's put this camera on. I don't have my camera plugged in. Hold on here. I got to plug in the rear cam here. Oh, jeepers here. There we go.
Sorry, folks. Stick with us while we resolve our technical difficulties.
There's no technical. There we go. So here we go. So here we go. Here's our scale right here. Here's our scale of justice. You can see if we can get it to there so we can see. We don't see there we go. Anyway, so there it is. We've got 13.78 grams. Okay, let's go ahead so you can see that real quick.
Is that charged or discharged?
It's a little heavy, so I'm guessing it's charged.
Okay.
Let's see.
The extra electron's going to weigh some, right?
All right, so 13.78 grams. I think we need to know this. This is absolutely redundant information, so I'm gonna use this one right here. So this is for those folks that, for the trust certificate folks. Okay. So here we go. We got a mini 4. All right. That weighs 304.62 grams. Oh my gosh. Let's take some weight off of it. 292 grams. Okay. And then we got oh wow, so it's overweight, right? So let's put an RID module. Now it's 306 grams. Okay. So there you go.
You better send that mini on a diet.
It's kind of fat, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you do? Got the extended battery in it?
Yes, of course it's got the extended battery. What do you think I do? What do you think I fly guard? Yeah, so it's 292, and of course I have to have RID at that point. And of course it's registered. And with this, it's 306. There you go. So, and it would be done. Now it has 2 condoms on. Okay, before it had 1 condom, now it has 2. There you go. Yeah, these batteries here, these heavy batteries are 119 grams, and the drone without the batteries is 172. So yeah, so these suckers are quite the weighty little. But if you watch that last video I did, I flew with a 60% battery for dang near 15 minutes. So that's why I do it. Done with that. There you go, guys. You got the whole video. You got the preview.
We got the cliff notes.
Now, obviously, we got to fly with it, So we'll definitely fly with it, and so you can see what Karen sees, that kind of thing. It's pretty easy to, like I said, if you're gonna, it's very small. It's way smaller than I thought. I didn't know it was that tiny. It's really, really tiny.
FAA drone condoms. Whoa, wait a minute. Bill, what do you know that we don't know?
So they're teeny. Don't you have a couple of them, Kai?
I have one.
Which kind do you have?
I have the drone tag one.
Drone tag. Now, have you tested that out with the Karen app?
No, not really. I haven't had a chance to fly, really. So yours weighs 13 point what?
13.7.
All right.
13.7.
Battle of the Bulge here. Yeah, mine is a little fatter at 16.5 grams.
Oh wow, big time fat. I'm using what's called Drone Scanner. That one right there, and then there's a little app that's anyway. Get that up there. I can't. Anyway, Drone Scanner is this one, and that's the Go. It says Drone Go 2. Drone Go 2 is the one that sets it up. So here,
I can get this to focus. There we go.
So here's my area right there because there's not a drone in the sky, not a single drone. Okay. And of course I'll turn on my, there we go. So we've got basically a functioning. So it says, and now it says 1 drone around. Okay. So I click on that and it says right there, unknown UAS ID. Okay. And then it says DJI Mini 4. It'll say that's the aircraft. And then the aircraft's name is Fred. So unknown location because it's still not in the air. I think a lot of people are having trouble because when they do their little tests, they're not I think they're too low. I mean, didn't Kelly do one that they might be too low? You have to get it in the air. I mean, you have to get it up, freaking 20, 30 feet, So anyway, they function pretty good. Basically you click it on, you push the plus button, it finds the tag, you tell what the tag is, you write down the numbers, and pretty much like that. It's pretty easy. And if, like I said, if I have Mr. Croc ever gets done, if Kai ever gets it finished, we'll put this drone tag on there.
You'd have to get it in the mail, you know.
Oh, that's right.
Minor details.
So Mr. Croc would have to have one of these. That and a big ass battery, but not as big as the freaking battery that goes into the newest bird in the iFlight fleet.
Yeah, which is actually hard to find on their website, but it is there.
And if you don't know what we're talking about,
well, let me fill you in.
Kai is going to bring it up.
We're talking about this beast. Share that screen. There we go. Let's do it like that.
All right, we've got a competition going on today.
This is the iFlight Helion.
No, it's a competition. It's Helion or Helion.
It's either Helion or Helion, but this is a 10-inch bird, so I'd go with Helion.
That's what it looks like
this
when you
thing is absolutely massive.
So if you get out your big 10-inch, that's what you'd be getting out.
Yeah. Your 10-inch drone.
Your 10-inch.
Not your 10-inch record, your 10-inch drone.
The big 10-inch Helion.
And there was a video released to it this morning. I'm going to play it without the sound in the background here. I mean, that thing is massive.
It's pretty impressive.
Massive.
Yeah, what they do with this thing is...
The performance of that thing is...
And look at stop that. Go back to that picture where he's got the sticks in it, you know. Okay, stop it right there. Pause it right there. Pause it right there.
Hold on.
Oh, I know it's hard to pause it. Uh-oh. I'm trying to get him to pause it where he's in what the stick position he's in as he's hovering it. And when I fly the bigger, you know, the 7-inch bird, you know, some of you guys have flown some of the bigger prop birds. And one of the things you notice right away is it doesn't take much stick to get it moving. They're very like smooth Cadillac-like. You see, the stick is almost down. You see where his thumbstick? It's almost down. And that thing is freaking carrying a huge ass battery. So just in its hover, it's using hardly any of its power curve. And then when he gives it gas, that thing it's out of sight, man. So yeah, Maddie, I know Maddie's drooling right now. Maddie's like, oh my God.
He's not the only one drooling. I was drooling too when I saw this thing.
Maddie, your wife would love it if you brought your big 10-inch out. I mean, she'd be very impressed. Look at that. That's just freaking. They're really getting close to
the guy that's following him is doing a really good job.
Because I don't know how he sees it. You know, obviously he's got digital. He's not looking through analog goggles there. So 3. But I mean, that thing is going on the drops. That thing is going freaking pushing 80. Probably 70 something going down. But that's a good looking bird. Now, if I bought something like that, I mean, that's just definitely look at that prop. That is so big. I think you need something to stabilize that thing when you land it. You got to nick those props up every time you set it down. I mean, you have to be a real gentle when you set it down. I'd put it in grass or something every time.
Probably just kick it to hang them out before you land it.
Right. But yeah, that is very impressive. Oh, yeah, what was the other one? Go ahead and go back to the one where he's got the 10-inch next to
That's
this.
the Chimera.
Yeah, they're both
That's
10-inch,
the
right?
7-inch Chimera, which actually is a 7.5-inch build.
Right, the red motors.
Yeah.
So it's really close. They're very close, and but they barely move the arms out, and they've got the prop as close to the body as possible. So it's basically sitting on 4 huge props. There's really no space.
There's a comparison of the 7-inch prop to the 10-inch prop.
That's crazy. Very, very cool. And I think about the props that I got
And
here.
that is an XT90 connector on this thing. So it's going to take some juice.
Let's see here.
This little hood thing is a little different. No, to pop the top of it off in order to get to the flight controller and the air unit to download your stuff.
All right.
You have to take off the antennas every time you do, which is far from ideal. But he said he was getting 20 minutes of flight time on a 5,600 milliamp hour pack. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, 15 minutes, he said. 15 to 20. I'm looking for props right now.
All right, here's some footage from the bird itself. I'm sure that's been stabilized in some shape, form, or fashion, but this thing is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I don't have that in there.
Are you making sure you're getting Mr. Crop packed up for me?
He's really pretty much already put together. I just need to have the box of screws, and which is in here, and then the top plate right there. But this is just a 6-inch, and this is all props too. But
these folks are in Norway, actually. So this is the Norwegian mountains.
Yeah.
And in Norway, I mean, the mountains go right up to the ocean.
That's just quite a drop there.
Yep.
But look at that. Okay, so one of you guys needs to freaking call that guy up and say, "Hey, man, VLIS, he can see this drone though, I think."
Well, that's a wonderful thing. I mean, that thing 10-inch, it'll be easy to see at quite a distance. Even got some LEDs on the side. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. But cheap is not the word for it. I was putting it together, I would put a TBS diversity receiver on it. And then you add some batteries to it, and next thing you know, you have $1,300. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I'm trying to mentally wrap my head around a 10-inch prop. Because I've got all these in here. I was looking at the 5. I want to put a 5 in there. Because there's quite a difference between a 5, I mean, there's your standard 5.
Yeah.
There's a 6.
Yeah.
And then you have a freaking 10.
Well, double your 5.
That's freaking huge. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the freaking size of that prop. That is so big. A lot of flex. That thing has to be going, you know. Thing's got to be flexing like crazy. Yeah, those are Mr. Croc. Those are freaking Mr. Kai. That's his.
Yeah, if you're gonna go big, that would be would.
That's just nuts.
All right, but we had a couple other people pop in here we haven't said hello to yet. East Coast, Maddie, Bob Casey is here. Akiraso is here. Bill is here, was here. Coast to Coast. Off Axis is here, and I think that got us caught up for now. So, and if you totally ignored the Nightbot, I'm going to ask you hit that thumb anyway, just cause.
Yeah, you could get a Nazgul Evoke, which is with the Integras. That's to be a full fly, fly it for $1,200. You could be up and flying and have everything and goggles for what you're going to pay for just that drone right there. I mean, it's just the closest thing, you could fly. You could fly the Defender 16. That's $1,000 right there.
You spend some money. I mean, batteries going to be $150 a pop or something like that.
Yeah, the Chimera Pro with the bit, of course, that doesn't include the battery, I don't think.
Nope.
No, you have to put a 300. Here's a battery right there. 3,300.
Interesting enough, on the Chimera, when they come up with the Pro, they lengthened the arms on it. So the Chimera Pro is actually 7.5.
So I got that. I've got my own camera. Oh, you want to put a GoPro on there? Mount? All right. It's still almost $2,000 right there if you get, the Chimera 7. Let's see, LRS, that's 1,700. But remember, you get everything. You get it's fly more, or it's not fly more. It's basically, bind and fly. So you get everything you need to fly with the ELRS for 1,700. That's
and of course, somebody had to come out with that. Wait for the DJI FPV 2.
Man, that's
we just talked about it the other day. You and I did.
I have no idea. We did have an idea.
Yeah.
I think Kai came up with the best concept as far as what this thing is going to be because of all the things that the other one wasn't.
Yeah.
What did we come down with? What was the final?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be a sub 250 bird. Because DJI caters to the prosumer, and the pro part of that equation needs remote ID at any weight. So I don't think it's going to be sub 250. It's going to have remote ID built into it in whatever shape or form. I think it'd be in 3.5 inch.
Yeah, so it basically mimicking a lot of what's out there in that. Now, we don't know. More than likely, this one might even have a removable prop guard system where you can fly with either. That to me. These are all things, guys. You guys understand? We're the smartest two, drone minds in probably all of America right now. And I'm not joking. I think seriously that we have this thing knocked down. You guys know that we're right. these are really, I mean, we're like a DJI team right here. And we're like, well, what the hell did people do to modify that other thing?
Yeah. I
And they're
mean,
just going to make
the
that.
Avata, everybody's like was complaining about the Avata not having enough lift for a GoPro camera.
Yeah. I like that.
So,
Cinewope
and the
3.
Avata was not quite 3 inches. And then Axis Flying came out, was the kit where you could change it over to 3.5 inch.
All right, Maddie, there's a reason why you're not in this group. Okay. It's because you're wrong. Okay. It's not going to be under 250. You heard our opinions, and these cannot, this is going to be what it's going to happen. What's going to happen with this. They've already done a 5-inch. We already been there.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. Why DJI won't do sub 250. DJI caters to the prosumer. The 107 pilot, regardless of weight, needs to have remote ID because the 250 exception only goes for recreational flyers, which would cut their market for whatever they're coming out with in half. So, and they already have the technology. They already have the software. It's nothing for them to include it. So it's not like they're facing a mountain of development cost like most of these other builders do. They don't have remote ID right now. They have to come up with it. And
this will be remote.
They have to buy it from somebody, and it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, this thing will have remote ID in it. Built in. I mean, if they can basically build it into all of their other, their legacy products.
Well, Mini 3 and Mini 4 are both sub 250 birds, but they still have remote ID in it.
Right. And you guys already
they have a larger battery for another. It's catered to the prosumer.
And you guys saw how small. Now that has a case on it. If I decase that and take the battery out, that thing weighs nothing.
Yeah.
So,
but
okay, watch. Remember this conversation. If I'm wrong, I'll publicly apologize. No. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to apologize.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Maddie. You cannot do remote ID capable because once you have remote ID in there, by default, by regulation, you cannot disable it. So, if the hardware is there, they have to be able to use it. And that takes the whole incentive out, or the whole limitation of $250,000.
When we had this conversation, I tried to debunk everything that Kai would say. I was like, okay. And I was thinking
cameras. Yeah, well, that gets us to he's already mentioning the new goggles, and they have cameras built into them. And yes, that'll be to satisfy visual line of sight requirements.
This is where I don't think Kai is correct, but obviously there's a design issue with the way that silhouette was, assuming that is real.
Well,
you have a picture of that silhouette so we can look at it? I remember when the first set of goggles was coming out and we all made that assumption and it didn't happen. Maybe it was one of those were one of the concepts that were there. It's already been made. And this is something they are going to now go, okay, it's time to release this. This is going to be the next software iteration of this, this specific
is it going to be a picture-in-picture? Is it going to be superimposed or something? I mean, picture-in-picture on those goggles is going to be difficult. Because, I mean, that screen ain't but, this big.
Yeah,
so
I don't.
It's going to be... It's going to be difficult to get some sort of picture-in-picture set up, but
Yeah, it's. Do we have that? Do I have to look up that?
I've just pulled it up
Did you find it? All right. It's been a while since I've seen it.
there, but the googly eyes are supposed to be covering up the cameras.
Camera, right? Some kind of silhouette.
And
What's that top thing? See, that's another thing that's kind of strange. Whatever that.
I think that's
I think that's something else. It doesn't look like. It looks like the goggles are actually only to the where the DJI is right
yeah,
there.
the
That's
goggle
something else.
ends right here, and that's part of the strap or something.
Yeah, they're covering something up. Maybe it's going to be that same battery system that we didn't like because it was not. It didn't have a long enough life. I love the battery, by the way, on the Integras, but it really used that battery. It burned the battery so fast. You're saying GPS, the big ass GPS. Now these could have GPS built into them,
They're more than likely will.
right? But it does have these are the pro version because obviously you can see they've got the adjustments on it, which work really good. For the love of all that's holy, please let these goggles fit to a person's face.
Yeah.
Just if I've got
Now,
some
there's
flights.
a couple other issues with ventilation and those things too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You're right. You're right. There's just not a lot
DJI
of volume.
DJI has their work cut out if they want to stick with the same form factor. I mean, the other problem with these goggles is that the screen is too close to your eyeball, and
Right.
your eyes cannot focus on that large of an area. So everything around the edge is going to be fuzzy because your eyes are physically not capable of.
And then when you put
focus.
you put the new foam in them, it brought them out a little too far, and then you lose.
Then you're out of that sweet spot.
Yeah. So, and then I think with me, I have to either have a little bit more to one side or the other, but I can't get both. I have to lose a little bit to one side. So it's important where I put my OSD. And I think Kai's got it. He just has it, down, where it's always visible and kind of where the stuff. I really don't like that DJI puts it way out to the bottom and the side. I think, with their regular OSD, all that needs to come in. We don't mind looking at that. That's the reason why we love to see that.
We want that information. Yeah. We want that information, but
so I keep saying I'm going to get my FPV gear out. I really am. I think I'm done with all this other stuff. I think I've finally burned my freaking wick to the end. And I really am excited. I think FPV flying, when you go away from it for a long time and you come back, it's just like, oh my God, where has this been in my life? Because it is so exhilarating. And I do miss the big bird. I do miss Mr. Croc. And, he's looking at me right now going, you've had me in a closet now for about a year. You get my
pieces in a closet.
Get my ass out of the closet. And because he doesn't need much. He just needs a little TLC from Kai.
Yeah, just send him over and I'll put Humpty Dumpty back together.
Yeah, you're going to take off my feet. I know that. That's the first thing you're going to do. You probably find some better ones. If we could, it'd be nice to find some. If you could even find me a print that I could make, some better, some better skids. These are the only ones I could find.
Well, we're still looking to put the antennas on the ass, or did you ever do anything with that? I thought you ordered some cables. Yeah,
right there. And I like that they're sticking out like that. Oh, I didn't have the antennas. I think because I was afraid I was going to buy the wrong ones. I think. Let's see. Yeah, so that's going to be a cost I'm going to have to eat, but I've got to get the nubs. But that sticks up kind of nice. I guess maybe some TPU right here, just to fill in the space. Kai's like, that's a fucking mess.
That whole ass end needs some rearranging.
That's what she said. But there's the GPS. That's the new GPS. And then the wires obviously need to be, connected in. And we're going to keep it old school. We'll keep it old school, and then we're going to add a receiver on it for ELRS, and then that'll make it whole again.
So when you get an ELS receiver and
just the
probably
nubs.
a diversity receiver.
But he'll be a good flying bird again. He'll be better than a freaking Nazgul Evoke for sure. By the time I get it done, I'll have bought a Nazgul Evoke, but
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we'll be good. The motors are great on this thing. It's got great motors and everything's good. The flight controller is good. The ESCs are good. Everything's still wired in good.
So we'll plop one of these puppies in there.
Oh wow! Yeah, give it some freaking. We'll get out there.
Put a diversity receiver on it. Give you some little extra range.
Put those on the legs, maybe on both sides of the back.
Yeah. Well, one's going to go horizontal, the other one's going to go vertical.
Vertical.
That kills you null. So you have reception any which way the bird turns.
Yeah, the big problem with the design of this one, I like that they put those two in line. That was kind of cool that they put those two antennas above there.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things is where do you put the antenna because of the the way the body is and all the everything that's already in the way. But it is a pain in the ass. I've watched them, to take SD cards out to get to stuff. They have to literally, disassemble. Take the antennas off. But whatever. The one thing.
A good basher drone was an 03 unit, and you saying Baby Hawk 03? That's not. Baby Hawk 03 is not a basher.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
More of a basher.
If you're bashing stuff, I would have all analog. It's just too expensive to bash digital stuff.
And hello, Carolina Air Shots. So
did
and AccuRush needs to take out the dog.
Did Fly Zone ever drop in? I was watching his video he put up just recently. Nope. Yeah, Fly Zone put up a video just the other day. He was just dicking around, but it was fun. Doing a little ripping a little bit. Yeah, I just
Rotor Riot Tang. Let's have a look. See at that. See what Maddie's coming up with here. Where's Rotor Riot? Come on. I got you in this beast somewhere. There we go. Can we have just a single picture of that? Apparently not. Hey. Nope.
all right. I was just looking to.
There's a Tang 5-inch built and tuned DJI 03. There's three on top of each other, so it's going to be hard to tell what's going on here. But that looks like a pretty sturdy little unit. I can see where you bash that thing around.
Let's see, 3-inch, 3.5.
I mean, for a basher, you want a 5-inch.
I think
5-inch, you want was a little heft to it.
I just like the punch you get with a 5-inch in it. It gives you a little bit more, a little more of a, out of the hole power. The little ones sometimes, like obviously little ones are lighter, so I guess you can weigh the. When I get upside down, I don't mind being in little 3-inchers because it's you get so much time to recover because they just don't drop as quick.
Yeah, I found the tang by itself.
But the big ones give you that punch, out of the hole. You can just because you get it's even hard to say that because there's so much power in these little things now with 6S. 6S really changed the hobby.
Well, I got plenty of punch on 6S on a 3.5-inch.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the 6S has really changed the hobby. Where my statement here I was making is almost nonsensical, I guess, because you just have so much. You have so much power out of the hole.
So how much is the tang? It's Freeze guy. Who wants that? Let's go to Express LRS here. So Avatar. No, you probably want DJI 03. What do you want for VTX? That was DJI 03 at 685 was Express LRS. Well, it's also a non-solder unit. So if you blow a motor, you just get another motor and plug it in. So there's no soldering involved. Dual was a Runcam Link, AAK, the old Vista, then it's 609, and was the Avatar Pro at 615. See, that would be the version I would order, was the Pro. So, yeah, not exactly cheap, but none of the birds are cheap anymore. So.
No, I mean $600. I mean that's you're paying for the name for sure.
So, yeah, it is a solderless. So, yeah. He says, Buddy has one, can't break it if you try it. So, that certainly looks more like something I would do for bando bashing. Or any kind of bashing for that matter.
Solder-free drones.
And then, I'm going to be doing that mod on my Walk Snail goggles, was the built-in antennas. And Joe Fotoleo, a special thanks, covered mine, was this carbon fiber hydro dip. And it'll look just like the old iCrystal patch on the V2 goggles.
Yeah, he did a really nice job with that. That is,
yeah, I'm thrilled. So
work of art.
Yeah, I'm going to put this and I'll put that onto the front of my V1 goggles after my goggles X get here. Because I'm not going to take one goggle apart till I have another goggle to fly with. But my goggles X is set to be here on Friday. Took them long enough, but it'll be here on Friday. So next Tuesday, you will see the new Goggle X. Walk Snail. I mean, I've got the V2 goggles. I had the Integris. The Integris just no, they had to go. The V2 goggles did everything the Integris did, seemed like, and I'm actually slowly but surely phasing out anything DJI. For my liking and for the money, Walksnail seems to be a better deal for me. But
there's definitely a price
to each their own, you know.
There's definitely a difference in price. There's no question about that. You take any of those builds and you add a DJI unit onto it, and it freaking adds $200 to every price.
Well, it's right here. DJI 03 HD,
yeah,
$685. $70 cheaper on the HD Pro, which actually will have, well, it has onboard recording. There's a 32-bit memory on that for 1080p. So it'll record whatever flight lengths you've got, but it's only in 1080p.
And we've discussed this before, and if all you're doing is flying the drone digitally and you're not recording video, it doesn't matter what the
recording
VTX is. Yeah, it really doesn't.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's nice to have the beautiful 1080 beautiful screen with absolutely wonderful colors.
If you're a content creator and you want to get
screen
National Geographic type drone footage, you wouldn't be flying that smaller bird anyhow. But yeah, I don't need to put a GoPro on my drones. So
I'm just looking. I'm looking at Gep RC's Mark IV LR8. Looks like a flying wiener with giant freaking props.
A flying wiener with props?
Yeah, it's just really strange. What it
Now I got to go look. You know that, right?
It's just it's not as refined as that big beast that we just looked at. This is
40.
Yeah.
Mark 4. Okay, there it is.
This is Cadix. Mark 4-8. 60 amp. This is a long range is what they call it. There's different antenna options that they have now. But it's basically a giant, it's a prop with big
These
giant.
are analogs.
Yeah, it's analog, yeah. I was just checking it out. Big, big monster. Okay,
Yeah,
now
Mark 4 LR8, so that's going to be 8-inch prop.
You go to the 7-inch, which they have, you get the GPS, and then you get all the, then you start, they add all the add-ons.
There's plywood in that thing?
What? Plywood.
Right there. Plywood thickness.
It says plywood thickness. They're saying it's as thick as a 1/4-inch sheet of plywood.
Where is the plywood at?
It's not plywood. It just says plywood thickness. It's not saying that it is.
Well, why would they give the thickness of the plywood if there's no plywood in it?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a silly comparison. If
It's
that's,
not a comparison. I mean, they spec plywood in the bill, so there's got to be plywood in there somewhere.
God, I hope not. Balsa wood.
Is that under the VTX? No.
Crocodile 75. Maybe that's its replacement right there. Crocodile 75.
Yeah, well,
$756. The 03. Gosh, that's so expensive. I mean, you gotta have a reason, you know. It's, you know, you gotta have something to say, hey, I got some really big, shit to fly over. I do, but um, it'll be fun.
completely enclosed, just like the iFlags. You
Okay,
got better access to the flight controller and the air unit, though.
one of the things Jim's saying, better to have 4K. What I would like to have is whatever DJI is coming up with, get the freaking gyroscope thing figured out. I'm sick of the freaking vibrating freaking camera. That was the biggest mistake they made on this thing. And that was just terrible. I mean, to spend that much for an air unit and then freaking have a camera that vibrates all over hell. That was just that was something we overlooked, but I'll never forgive him for, because it screwed me on the Kai 2. That was one of the biggest problems. Couldn't get rid of that jello. And maybe there's still something wrong. Maybe the lens. I actually had a dream about this. Maybe the lens is actually loose in there. Like some people are saying, that's one possibility, is there's actually, it vibrates in some, because I bought that air unit like right away when it first came out. So I should probably disassemble it and see if it's loose in there, and then get it turned on and then refocus it. I've put new lenses on, it's not that hard, and then throw a little hot glue on there to keep it from moving.
And Chuck is here. Y'all better be careful what you say now. So did you want to do another giveaway today?
Yeah, let's do one more. We got one more of those modules. I'm supposed to have 2, so, and I've got mine, and the other one is going to be sent out as soon as I get my stupid video done.
So what's the
word of the day?
What's the word of the day going to be?
Let's do, what was our big? Let's do Jello. I like Jello.
We'll do.
I walked in late to Jello. Yeah, that's it. Jello. More Jello, please. More Jello, please.
Well, we'll put hashtag Jello to make it easy.
Right, that's easier. Yeah. Hashtag Jello. It's easy. There's 2 L's in Jello, by the way.
Really?
I'm just helping everybody. Oh, hey, this is where Sunrise needs to put in 1 L Jello. Jello with 1 L. Missed it by that much. Lightning strikes twice. Oh my gosh. They better. I'm telling you.
Well, Chuck won last week. Did you get that out?
Yes. Well, I've got his stuff. I did actually give it to him. but I've got to get my end of the deal done. Nobody gets anything until I do my crap. I'll probably do my video tomorrow. That's usually what I do after their live stream is I usually do my video in the afternoon, either on Wednesday or Thursday. Just depends on what day I have more time. Thursday, my flying spot is usually empty.
Sunrise figured out the spelling issue.
Jello. Oh,
it's actually we put the J-Lo.
You had me at Jello. Oh man, I wish my wish list could just constantly be fulfilled. I could just go, oh, that's cool. I'm glad that came out. I think I'm going to buy that. I wish I could do that to every single thing. That'd be so amazing. There'd be so many freaking birds hanging behind here. It'd be birds everywhere. Blackbirds. Calling the crow. What the fuck am I doing? Maddie, you're supposed to be typing in Jello. Okay. It should be.
Just don't let us confuse you. No, he's already got the hashtag Jello in there, so we're good.
Let's see if I win. Let's see if my message came through. No tacos yet. We're due for a taco message. It hasn't happened.
So how do you spell Jello again? Let's see how many we got. So far we have 8 entries. Let's see if we get a couple more. See, we can get a couple more thumbs up too while we're at it. So don't be shy. Hit that button, please. And yeah, next week I'll be doing a giveaway. I'll be giving out one of these guys, the little flashlight. This is a very compact, very powerful, and runs off of 18650 batteries. So.
Chargeable 18650.
Rechargeable 18650. Charges was USB-C. So, thanks to European Union. Come on, focus. There we go. So, but yeah, this is quite the little dude. It actually comes with a charging cable too, which is kind of handy. So, and Lori's here too, or just by proxy. Everybody say hello to Lori. Hi, Lori.
Hello. 5 minutes to tacos.
5 minutes to tacos.
Yeah, I've heard the.
Yeah, we're at 10 entries. She's in the room decorating.
Well, you can at least, if you get it, you can at least try to sell it on eBay. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. You could stick it on your drone.
Well, I ought to show off my Christmas decoration here. I actually got a tree up. So that's the extent of my decorating. All right, shall we? Shall we do this?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Play the music. Roll the drums.
Oh, here we go again. You want to do all that? Okay, hold on. I gotta.
And when you with the winner, make sure that you email me. I'll have your emails handy, and I'm going to star them. And I will be sending them out.
So we have 10 entries today. What's the giveaway?
It is a RID module, just like this one right here.
The Holy Stone Remote ID module.
Yep.
So
and that's the box that comes. This actually came in a box that was probably about this big. It was crazy big. They do that because they just don't. Big tree, small.
So yeah, it's the Karen magnet.
Right, and it will work. It does work. I've already tested it. It does work with the app that you'll want to use is Drone Scanner, the Drone Scanner app. I think it'll work with any of them. So let's get her going. Let's get her going.
Right.
I got the.
Let's make sure we've got nobody missed. No, that's the new. So here we go. Good luck to everybody. Jim's droning.
Jim,
I hope they ship to Canada.
Big Jim is now going to be attacked by Karens of all shapes and sizes. Congratulations! You'll be notified of your. So send your email to me. Check out at dad.random70. Just go onto my channel and there's a link. Send me that email and address on that. So that's the phone call.
There's the phone call.
That's the phone call.
The call. The last call. The last call for tacos. Because we like tacos.
Taco time.
All right. I'm throwing your email into the chat.
Yeah, so I'll get that. Like I said, I'll get that video crunched out here in the next 2 days, and it usually takes once they get the addresses and they get their work, they will send them out.
All right. Well, Jim's just told you to send it to Maddie.
Send it to Maddie.
Yeah, because Canada doesn't have remote ID.
Canada doesn't have a remote ID yet.
Well, there's Lori.
Hello.
There she is. Everybody say hi to Lori. Say hi, Lori.
You probably want to make her equal with everyone else.
Yeah, well, we'll probably already do that, huh?
I think that's everybody. I think there was another one that came through, but I think you already did it. We got it. Yeah. I think we got everybody.
So, Lori, you've been smurfed.
Yay.
Did we miss anybody else? I don't see anybody else in gray. So,
nope. But yeah, if you want to check it out, just Holy Stone Remote ID, RID. And it's pretty easy to set up, pretty simple. There's a bunch of them. Alien Drones is already, of course, he got his a month ago. I've been putting mine off. So
Matt is now going to send you the email. Matt, the email is in the chat. I'll put it in there somewhere. There it is.
So yeah, so just give me those. Just send it to me, and like I said, I'll let you know. They'll both come out at the same time, so they'll both be sent probably at the same time. So thank you. I just got your email there. Thank you, Matt.
Yep. So we got the email that's taken care of.
And I'll save that with the other one. And we'll be ready to roll. RID. Got it. Thanks. All right. Let's get that saved.
So, well, it's taco time for you. It's about dinner time for myself.
Yeah, you're next to Cheryl. Your 2 emails. So, Cheryl. So, yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's get going. And I did finally get Mr. Croc out of his little hole. So now we just got to get him in, get the right stuff in the box, and then get the box out. That's a big step for me to get everything where it's sitting right now.
Yeah, get it together and get it over here, and I'll put Humpty Dumpty back together. And
this box has all the screws stuff.
You'll be back in there in no time.
And we'll get this puppy. We'll get the. Like I said, that's. All righty. All right. So I know I'm mumbling. I'm thinking.
You're thinking?
Yeah, I'm wearing earbuds. I was just trying it out, just to see. I don't know if I like that. I like to hear the sound. I like,
Yeah.
I'm not talking through the earbuds. I'm just listening, but I get this little buzz every once in a while. So I think these things are going.
You need to get buzzed every now and again.
Oh boy. I had 2 parties in about 3 weeks. There's no more parties going on in my house anytime soon. That was last weekend again. I was the host once again. The meat was half cooked. There was a fire in my grill, and I had to go and save the freaking day on the Traeger. Once again, I had to fire it up at midnight. They had a big giant tri-tip, and it wasn't cooking. They were trying to cook it on a grill. So I'm like, you guys can't do that. You're killing this cow. So I took it. It was like only 130 degrees and it was just charred. So I took it and then I slow cooked the rest of it. It actually turned out really good. It turned out so yummy.
Well, when you burn the tri-tip, it's not burn, it's called bark.
Okay? Yeah, definitely. It was, they had definitely put some good seasoning on it, but it got a fire because somebody was cooking crappy hamburgers next to it that were full of fat. So there's a huge freaking, I mean, come on, spend a little extra money, buy the stuff with the less fat. Anyway, yeah.
If you just cook burgers, I mean, it doesn't matter. You burn off the fat all you want, but don't do it next to a tri-tip.
Yeah, anyway, we got her figured out. Avada. Who's three cheers in Avada? Avada, you said I'm gonna fly that probably tomorrow. I might throw my remote ID on top of the Avada, actually. I just haven't flown it in a while, and I'm really interested in flying it. It'd be more fun than putting it on a Mini. Well,
all right. Well,
righty.
Let's wrap this up. We'll see you all next week, same time, same place. Until then.
All right. And like I said, I'll let you guys know as soon as I know after I get my video done.
All right.
All righty, guys. Have a good one. See you, Kai.
We'll see you all later.